First time I remember with my parents, we were in like 백화점 화장실 and someone was brushing their teeth.
Like back home, no one does that. Back home, like.
안녕하세요. 전 이스라엘에서 온 미예요. 군대에서 컴퓨터 유닛에서 있었어요.
안녕하세요. 저는 허니티예요. 이스라엘 군대에서 엑사미나토였어요. I've been in Korea almost 3 years now, and also 1 year before as exchange student.
Almost 6 years. I was so young. 오늘은 다른 나라에서 없는데 한국에서 많게 있는 곳에 얘기해 볼게요. 첫 번째는 바닷가입니다. There are like countries that are like inside of a continent and they don't even have one beach.
True, true.
Or like you need to make a full day trip to go to the beach.
So many countries don't have a beach, but in Israel we have a very long beach all over the west side of the country. What surprises me that in Korea you have both east, south, and west. So if you want to see the sunrise on the beach and the sunset, you can actually do it in one day.
That's true. That's true.
Every country is different, so Korean beaches are very different than Israel's.
Yes.
Ours are more go swimming, a lot of sand. And here I was so surprised that it's not.
It's not. And I bought a swimsuit specific. When I first started dating my boyfriend, he promised me a 바닷가 여행, 여름 때. So I went to Israel. I bought a very expensive swimsuit because it's our first vacation. And then he's like, this is so.
It's very different.
And the mountains and stuff. Pretty. For me, because it's such a different town, they're very pretty. It's like very obvious that it's a Korean shore with the mountains on the sides and everything. 두 번째는 생선 등 해물이에요. I feel like today a lot of countries export seafood. For example, in Israel, if you are a person that eats like 새우 or something, it's very expensive. And here, it's everywhere. Like you can buy shrimps in the tteokbokki stand and it's so cheap. Or when I went to like an E-Mart, there are huge shrimps and it's like 2만 won, 12,000 won. And I said to my parents, like, buy 3.
I was surprised that it's everywhere here. I was like,
Yeah, in Israel you don't really have.
we have when Japanese food started arriving in Israel, so sushi mostly. So just when sushi started, I think people started eating.
And still most people will usually go to the fried sushi.
Yes.
So not only it's not as available, like you don't find it as much as here. So for me, it's a hammer heaven. I love that. I have seen in like American rich people shows or stuff that they love oysters, that the rich people always eat the oysters and order them in fancy places. Especially since it is very common here and in other places it's not, and that's why it's for rich people. I can be rich in a budget. 세 번째는 피부과예요.
I think I was so surprised when I heard that people go to the dermatologist just to get their skincare. I go to the dermatologist if I have a problem. I never go just to take care of my skin.
Yes, in Israel it's not. Here there are so many of them. Like just between my home and the Yakult, there are like 4 or 5 of them. I think the entire concept is different. And the treatments, I feel like these days are more getting popular, but it's still like not something that everyone does. It's more popular if you're like a celebrity or a rich person. Yes, a lot.
More than Israelis for sure.
And I found it wonderful because in Israel I was weird for doing that. And the only person that started using face creams since I was 12. So no one outside of my family understood the concept of it. And then I came here, it's like, I'm normal. And there are so many possibilities.
I think I get always gifts for skincare. That's what you get here is gifts.
Which is wonderful. Continue.
But I have so many types now. I don't know what to do with so much.
Oh.
Give you?
No, I will
can
help
teach?
you.
Okay.
I love so many Korean skincare brands. And now you can see how it affects the world. Like so many trends of skincare started here. Or like in YouTube, there is a full-on skinfluencers and skincare community, and it all started because of here. They all mainly review Korean products. So I feel very lucky to be able to be in the middle of it. Or like people are complaining it's hard for them to get the products or stuff, but I'm here. So I can go out of my house and I have Olivian here, Olivian here, Olivian here. And if I go a little here, 랄라벨라 and Olivian. 알았어. 네 번째는 치과 위생 용품이에요.
Brushing teeth in Korea is different than the rest of the world.
Yes.
Because Koreans brush after every meal, even after lunch. So I worked in an office for a while, and everyone after lunch just go to the public bathroom and brushes their teeth.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's like back home, no one does that. Back home, like you don't brush your teeth in front of strangers, right?
It's like you don't
weird.
do it outside of your home.
Yeah.
First time I remember with my parents, we were in like 백화점 화장실 and someone was brushing their teeth, and at that point we still didn't know it's something common. And also in the 잠실 백화점 화장실, there is the 가글린 disposer. That's also genius. Because a lot of especially now with the masks, that the smell is trapped inside. And then you have the 가글 in the bathroom. I think that is why it's very common here to be able to buy the toothbrush and the paste everywhere.
Right. I went to a friend's house and she just gave me a new toothbrush and I was like, I have my own from home. Like.
And I love the little packets that you can buy a little set for traveling. This is so cute. I feel like there are a lot of Yakult. They're very common. In Israel, you need to drive specifically.
Also I feel like people here go to the Yakult not just for like medicine like us. Oh, I ate too much. Can you help me with digestion? Yes. Or like, we don't have that. I was so surprised.
I noticed it in dramas that for everything that happens, it's like 약 먹어 or 약 드세요. Everything is a 약, and they like, you want probiotics, you go to the Yakult. Well-being outside and inside. It's like there is the insam and all of the vitamins and the collagen that you eat and the collagen that you put on. So it's a very important to take care of yourself, but like from where I come from, it's more like the outside of it. For example, if you have skin trouble, you will put makeup and hide it. And here you will have the vitamins to take care of the inflammation, and you will drink the tea, and then you will use the skincare, and only then the makeup. Like treat the problem from inside. 1번은 선물로 과일 주는 거예요. 한국에서 마트 갔을 때 갑자기 예쁜 과일이 예쁜 박스.
For us, we just put them in a bag and like throw.
You just don't give it as a gift.
But also it's so expensive here.
Yes.
The gift set.
For me, especially watermelons. First time that I saw 3만 won 수박.
Right, that's so expensive.
That's why I heard like it needs to be pretty and the wrapping.
The gift presents during the holidays here, the
Yes.
spam or chamchi, I was so surprised.
Or like the meat. You don't have that culture that you go into the mall and you have full-on aisles for gifts.
I always wanted to get these gift sets, right? They're so pretty.
Yes, and they're so expensive.
They're so expensive.
I saw like 30만 won for the meat, and I'm like, even if you're like stuck in the last minute and you don't know what to get. So in Israel, we would go to the bakery and get like a cake or croissant. And here, okay, I'm stuck, I've got nothing to give. You go to the mall and you have a beautiful thing.
I think also I like about Korean gifts that you give things that don't last. It's something you can eat or something you can use. In Israel, we give like plates or cups or something that will stick with the person. But if the person doesn't like it,
or if he likes it and it doesn't match the decor,
right, it's a problem. So I like that things you give here you can actually use and then they disappear.
It's actually a gift. It's not a waste of money. It's like it actually helps you with your day-to-day life. 오늘은 외국에서 별로 없는 거, 한국에서 많은 있는 거에 대해 얘기했어서 좋아했으면 구독하고 라이크고 댓글도 해주세요. 안녕.